What if Deku had an upper moon girlfriend? If you're wondering how this is gonna work, well, basically the understanding of it, if you guys have ever seen Demon Slayer, you guys will get that there's female demons of it, and no, it's not Daki. I got an actual idea of this since I posted the actual poll that you guys wanted me to make an OC, and I got the OC name and everything like that ready, but the name hasn't been revealed until later in the episode. If you want to see it, there'll be a timestamp. And by the way, guys, could you please comment down the timestamp when I introduce the girl's name? Thank you all, and I hope you... We are gonna start off with Izuku's point of view for this. Izuku, throughout his miserable life, he's lived a more or less comfy one. Since he was little, he always wants to be a hero, but that never came true. Never. As the more Izuku tried throughout his childhood, the more he was bullied, ostracized, and treated more like shit than what he would do from canon. As Bakugo would see the improvement, but he would just bully Izuku more. But without Bakugo noticed, Izuku got more durable from this, but not a lot. He only got a smidge more durable. But one day, Bakugo would make the greatest mistake of his life and take things too far. This is where our story is going to begin, with the legend of Izuku Midoriya and a certain someone from the upper ranks. As one day, Izuku will be walking down the street as he had a weird sense of smell. As the only thing he could do at that moment was walk and keep on walking. As Izuku kept on walking, the only thing he could smell was that big, strong smell again and again. And this time, it was prominent, like he was right above it. As Izuku looked up without even thinking, to see what he wished he could unsee. He saw a corpse of one of his classmates, known as Tengen Kyogaya, one of his classmates who actually had a decent wind quirk, just to be able to lift him off the ground for a certain period of time, like he was even flying to a point. Izuku always tried to respect everyone in his class and remember their names, but him in particular, he just remembered because of his quirk. As Izuku was shocked to see a blood-stained alleyway, something he could never unsee. As Izuku stood there, like nothing was happening, and just stood there completely in shock. As Izuku was about to run away until he heard a voice in the background. This voice shook him to his core, and leading Izuku down a path of pure and utter frightened fear. "I smell another human," she said out loud. "You," she said, looking at over our protagonist. Who are you? Izuku said with a frightened expression. "Well, I'm your awakening judge," she said, as she was about to pull out her own arm to grab him. But one thing would have caught her smell. I'm kidding. One thing would have caught her eye. Is his scent. "Why do you smell like the master?" she said. "What do you mean?" Izuku said again. "You know what I mean. Why do you smell like him?" "Like who? Like She cut herself off, almost accidentally saying Muzan Kibuchisi. I know I've slandered that name. As she grabbed Izuku by the collar and once again shouted at him with her glowing rainbow-like eyes piercing into his soul, as the only thing Izuku could do was shed a tear, afraid for his life. I'm pretty sure the master would want to see you then, won't he? She said. For some reason you have a really prominent, strong smell of him. But I feel like he would be more surprised at me and give me more of his blood, she said with a smile and a grin on his face, or her face, as she reached down and threw Izuku over her shoulder, and without a second thought, she blitzed into, and well, you ever heard of flash stepping? Kinda like that. As she vanished into thin air with Izuku on her back. As the moment she arrived at their hideout, the other upper moons got the scent of Izuku in their nostrils, having the same thought. Human. Why is there human here, eh? Hey, upper 3. What do you think the human here is gonna taste like finding our lair like this? He said, as the unnamed upper moon would have arrived fully in the center, as other upper moons surrounded them. Neo, why have you brought this human here? Akaza said. Where else would I bring a human here? He smells like the master, she said. As on cue, doors opened from nowhere in a Japanese style, as the most terrifying man alive on this earth would have walked through the door with a scowl on his face, with supporting his red eyes with a slit down the center, kind of like a cat's eye. As the moment this man walked through the door, everybody kneeled onto the ground, but except for Izuku, with his legs and arms tied behind his back. As Muzan looked down to see the child in front of him, as the scent finally hit his nose, wondering why this kid smelled exactly like him. As Muzan's first words came out of his mouth, sounding like an echo in a hollow room. Why is our human here? Muzan said. We thought it would be a good meal for you, master, because it smells exactly like you. That's not what I meant, Neo said, as she rephrased what she was saying. He smelled exactly like you, so I thought why not bring him to you, so you can judge him. Neo said. Why on earth would I want to... What the hell? Is this the kid that I... No way. He actually was born? I thought it was impossible after the 10,000s of years I've been alive. It's never been possible for demons to have children. As he went over to Izuku and untied him, and grabbed him by his neck. As the moment he pricked Izuku's neck slightly, blood came out, as that blood was the blood of Muzan, flowing through his veins like tap water. This is my kid, Muzan said. Wait, what, you have a kid? Daki said out loud. Yeah, how surprising, I didn't think you had a kid, one of the people said behind. This kid should be treated well, Muzan said. I may seem like an asshole, but make sure this kid gets treated right or you all have your heads, Muzan shouted out loud. As Muzan turned around, as the only thing they was hearing in his own voice was a smirk. Finally, it came true. A kid that can walk in the sunlight. Finally, I get to walk in the sunlight. The only problem is with it though, how am I gonna get it? The only way for me to do it without hurting the brat would have to be injecting all of my blood into his veins to make him the new Demon King. And then control him that way, but the only problem is with that is my upper moons might take a liking to him soon, so they'll probably protect him. What am I gonna do here? Muzan said, scratching the back of his head. As Izuku was introduced to all of the upper moons, as the people who took a liking to him first would be Daki, Kirijo, and all the other ones except from Upper Moon 2, Upper Moon 3, and Upper Moon 1, with those three being very strict with him and not letting them near him no matter what, for the exact reason that they might end up killing him accidentally for the human-like smell that he has. We're gonna leave it off here. You guys want more of this? Let me know in the comments, because I want to get into YouTube Shorts with this soon. Just like cut my videos off into little shorts and let you guys watch them. On TikTok, of course, which will be linked in the description as always. Click the video on your left or hit the subscribe button which is on your right. That guys lets me know if you guys want more content, because we're getting used to 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get back to 8,000 for the end of the year. Thank you all and have a good day.